Missing after a passenger ferry caught fire off Indonesia's Madura island today, triggering a massive search and rescue operation at the sea. Notably, the tragic incident unfolded while the ferry identified as Mutiara Sentosa 2 was carrying a total of 271 passengers and crew members on a scheduled voyage from Surabaya in East Java to Makassar in South Sulawesi. Notably, the disaster has once again highlighted concerns over maritime safety in Indonesia, where ferry travel remains one of the primary modes of transportation across the country's vast island network. And according to Indonesia's National Search and Rescue Agency, rescue teams have so far managed to save 225 people, while search operations continue to locate those who are still missing. Officials have cautioned that the number of casualties and survivors could change as rescue efforts progresses. Several passengers sustained injuries during the incident and have been shifted to nearby medical facilities for the treatment, while authorities continue to verify the identities of all those who remain unaccounted for. The fire reportedly broke out several hours after the ferry departed. Well, according to the officials, the vessel was sailing north of the Sapudi Islands near Madura Island when the ship's captain reported the blaze to authorities, and within minutes, thick black smoke engulfed large sections of the ferry, causing panic among passengers and crew. And as flames spread rapidly across the vessel, many people scrambled to safety while others desperately searched for life jackets and emergency exits. Videos and photographs circulating on social media captured dramatic scenes of dense black smoke rising high above the ferry as flames consumed parts of the vessel. Some videos also appear to show frightened passengers jumping into the sea in order to escape the blaze while waiting for rescue teams to arrive. Although these videos have been widely shared online, their authenticity has not been independently verified. Nevertheless, the visuals reflect the terrifying conditions passengers reportedly faced during the emergency, and as soon as the distress call was received, Indonesian authorities launched a large-scale rescue operation, and the Ministry of Transportation immediately coordinated with the National Search and Rescue Agency, local police, the Navy and port authorities in order to speed up evacuation efforts. And senior ministry official Muhammad said that the safety of passengers and crew remains the government's highest priority and that authorities are working around the clock to ensure that the rescue operation is carried out as quickly, safely and effectively as possible. He also confirmed that several nearby vessels responded immediately after receiving the emergency alert and played a massive role in rescuing passengers before official rescue teams reached the scene. The rescue mission has involved at least 9 vessels, including ships from the Surabaya Search and Rescue Office, the Surabaya Hambo Master Vessel Traffic Services, port authorities and several privately operated support vessels. Police personnel from nearby areas have also been deployed in order to assist rescue teams, coordinate evacuation efforts and provide support to the survivors arriving on shore. And according to the officials, some passengers remained on board the damaged ferry during the initial stages of the rescue operation, as emergency teams carefully transferred people onto the safer vessels. Search teams continue to comb the surrounding waters for anyone who may have fallen overboard or drifted away during the chaos. Helicopters and rescue boats have also been deployed in order to widen the search area, while authorities remain hopeful that more survivors can still be found. Well, at this stage, the exact cause of the fire remains unknown, as investigators have not ruled out any possibility and are expected to conduct a detailed forensic examination of the vessel once rescue operations are completed. Officials will also investigate whether there were any technical failures, mechanical defects or safety violations that may have contributed to the devastating blaze. But the tragedy has once again drawn attention to Indonesia's long-standing maritime safety challenges. And as an archipelago of more than 17,000 islands, the country depends heavily on ferries to transport millions of passengers and goods every year. However, ferry accidents remain relatively common due to factors such as overcrowding, poor maintenance, unpredictable weather conditions, and inadequate enforcement of safety regulations. And this latest disaster comes just weeks after another ferry accident near Selayar, where a vessel carrying more than 70 people sank, leaving 4 people dead and 14 others missing after search operations concluded. And those back-to-back incidents have renewed calls for stricter safety inspections, improved emergency preparedness and stronger enforcement of maritime regulations in order to prevent similar tragedies in the near future. And as the rescue operations continue off the coast of the island, families of the missing remain anxiously waiting for updates on their loved ones. Authorities have assured that every available resource is being used in order to locate all those still unaccounted for, while the investigation into the deadly ferry fire is expected to begin once emergency operations conclude. Until then, Indonesia remains focused on the race against time to find the missing and ensure that every possible life is saved. That's all for now. Stay tuned to the Savera for more updates. Do like, comment and subscribe to the channel.